Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you're just catching up or if you've been following the NFL landscape lately, you know that the AFC North has been one of the most competitive divisions in the league. The Steelers, coming off a solid 4-3 start, are clearly in the mix, but recent rumors suggest that a seismic shift might be on the horizon, and it involves one of the most intriguing young cornerbacks in the league right now, Rick Woolen. You see, according to some credible sources, specifically from Adam Schefter, there's talk that the Seattle Seahawks are considering trading Woolen, a player who's only been in the league since 2022 but has already made a significant impact. And this potential trade could be a game changer, especially for the Steelers' secondary and overall defensive outlook. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate who Rick Woolen is. Drafted in the 5th round of the 2022 NFL Draft, Woolen has quickly become one of the most promising young cornerbacks in the league. His physical attributes alone are impressive, standing at 6'4" with a blazing 26-second 40-yard dash. He's built to be a lockdown corner. But it's not just about size and speed. Woolen has shown impressive ball skills, with 9 interceptions and 20 pass breakups in his career so far. His PFF grade, which is a solid 78.5, indicates he's not just a flash in the pan, but someone who's consistently performing at a high level. In 2025, he already has 3 interceptions, 12 pass breakups, and 45 tackles, all while allowing just a 52% completion rate against him, which is phenomenal for a corner of his caliber. Plus, he's got a clean bill of health, no injuries so far, and his ability to shut down explosive offenses makes him a true difference maker. But why would the Seahawks be willing to part ways with Woolen now? Well, one of the main factors is cap space. Seattle currently has around $21 million in cap space, which might seem like a lot. But when you factor in their rebuilding process and the need to extend other players, especially on offense, the financial flexibility becomes more complicated. Woolen's current salary, which is around $8 million in 2026, conflicts with their plans for extensions and roster flexibility. The Seahawks are rebuilding their defense, and rumors suggest they might be prioritizing other areas like the offensive line, which is a critical need for them moving forward, especially with their quarterback situation and the desire to protect their young guns. Now, coming back to the Steelers, this potential trade is fascinating because it could significantly bolster their secondary, which has been a strength but could always use more elite talent. Pittsburgh's CB duo of Porter Jr., who already has 4 interceptions, and the rest of the secondary would gain a true game-changer with Woolen in the mix. Woolen's ability to contain explosive receivers and help the Steelers run defense, allowing just 7-8 yards per pass, would elevate their entire defensive scheme. Imagine Woolen lining up across from Porter Jr., creating an intimidating duo that could shut down some of the league's most dangerous passing offenses. In terms of impact, this move could be a real boost for the Steelers' chances in the postseason. With Woolen, their defense could see a projected -15% EPA per pass attempt against, meaning opponents would find it much harder to pick apart their secondary. Woolen's presence could also increase their interception rate, potentially adding 2 more picks per game, which could be the difference in tight games. But it's not just about pass defense. Woolen is excellent at run stopping with an 85% tackle rate, which is crucial against teams that like to run the ball or set up play action. Now, let's consider the bigger picture, Super Bowl odds. Currently, the Steelers have plus 6,000 odds, which might seem long, but with the addition of a player like Woolen, those numbers could tighten considerably, possibly to plus 3,400, reflecting a more serious shot at making a deep playoff run. Woolen's ability to match up against mobile quarterbacks, like Lamar Jackson, can be a key factor in close playoff games. His coverage skills, combined with his speed and size, make him an elite X-factor against QBs who love to extend plays. The trade, if it happens, could also be seen as a statement from the Steelers' front office. It's a move that signals they're all in on winning now, especially with the window opening wider if they can shore up their secondary and get more turnovers. Woolen, with his potential to mirror some of the greats like Ramsey or even Polamalu-Reed-era defenders, could become a symbol of a new Steelers defensive dynasty. His ability to lock down receiver after receiver, combined with his playmaking skills, makes him a perfect fit for Pittsburgh's gritty, hard-nosed style that fans love. Of course, there are skeptics. Some analysts point out that trading away a young, ascending talent like Woolen might open up vulnerabilities elsewhere, especially in coverage consistency or in the run game. But if the Steelers can secure him and integrate him quickly, the upside outweighs the potential risks. Plus, with their current record and the competitive AFC North, every game is crucial, and having a player of Woolen's caliber could be the difference maker in clinching a playoff spot and making a serious run in January. Looking ahead, this move could also influence the division. The Ravens and Browns are formidable opponents, and the Bengals are always lurking, but if the Steelers can elevate their secondary with Woolen, they stand a better chance of containing those high-powered offenses. The AFC as a whole is stacked, but Pittsburgh's defense with Woolen could become an elite unit that's feared by QBs nationwide. That's the kind of impact that could elevate the Steelers from a good team to a true Super Bowl contender again. So what does this all mean for the Steelers' future? Well, it's about building that championship culture again. Woolen's talent, combined with the leadership of Porter Jr., and the rest of the defensive squad could create a formidable front that's reminiscent of some of the best Steelers defenses in history. The team's coaching staff, led by Mike Tomlin, has always emphasized defense and special teams, and bringing in Woolen could be the next step in their quest for that 7th Lombardi trophy. The Steelers have been patient, building through the draft and smart trades, and this potential acquisition could be the piece they need to push over the top. And of course, fans, you know that the NFL is unpredictable. But one thing is for sure, if this trade goes through, it's going to send shockwaves through the league. The Steelers' secondary would become a nightmare for opposing QBs, and their chances of making a deep playoff run would skyrocket. Woolen's youth, talent, and potential make him a perfect fit for what Pittsburgh is trying to build, a defense that can dominate for years to come. The AFC North is already a tough division, but with this kind of addition, the Steelers could emerge as the team to beat, not just in the division, but across the entire conference. Now, fans, I want you to really think about this. If Woolen joins the Steelers, how do you see that impacting their chances? Do you believe he's enough to push them into serious Super Bowl contention? Or do you think there are still some gaps to fill? Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below because your opinions matter so much to us and to the Steelers organization. We love hearing from you, and remember this story is still developing, so I'll be back soon with more updates on the latest Steelers news and how this potential move unfolds. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. In conclusion, this rumored trade involving Rick Woolen could be one of the most impactful moves in recent Steelers history. It's about more than just acquiring a talented cornerback. It's about setting a new tone, building a defensive fortress that can carry Pittsburgh deep into the postseason and beyond. Woolen's elite traits, combined with the Steelers' disciplined approach, could turn the page for their defense and push them back into Super Bowl contention. The AFC North is watching, the league is watching, and the Steelers, faithful, are on the edge of their seats. Because if this deal comes to fruition, it's not just a move, it's a statement. The Steelers are ready to reclaim their throne, and Woolen might just be the missing piece in their quest for number 7. Thanks for tuning in, Steelers fans, and as always, stay loyal, stay passionate, and stay tuned for more updates.